This is Hanging Heavy.
Welcome back, everybody, to Hanging Heavy. As always, I'm your boy Desecrator, and today, wrong fucking song. That wrong song. Today I'm not gonna be alone, which is always goddamn good, and I'm joined by my good long friend, brother even, talking about Malbolgia.
So, people, I was about to plan the invitation to come onto the show today because I'm hurting, man. I'm dying.
Dying, boys.
Dying, boys. I overindulged yesterday in alcohol and I'm paying the price.
Yeah.
Last night, I drank a 12-pack of Modelo Especial, which is now, according to sources, the
America's number one beer.
Yeah, as of last month, it's America's number one beer. It took over Bud Light because of the controversy that we won't get into.
Took over everything.
Yeah, it's now the number one beer in the United States as of last month.
The weird thing is, like, people are like, I'm gonna boycott Bud Light. I'm gonna buy Modelo instead. They're owned by the same company, you idiot.
Well, now I don't know how many, but I think they're just like basically like two companies now. I know
it's either Miller or fucking
yeah, Miller or Budweiser or InBev.
Yeah.
It's AB Miller and InBev. AB InBev, something like that. The Anheuser-Busch one.
Yeah.
Mega conglomerates that have beers from Mexico to Germany. Everything's lumped under one umbrella. I'm pretty sure there's still independents out there from other countries, but they're like huge conglomerates that own basically every beer drink.
Yeah.
So
they create what is it, like a false market?
Yeah, they fight against each other and stuff. Just to
wink. Either way, they're making money.
Oh no, I've always been drinking Modelo because it's good, but
yeah,
that wasn't the culprit. The culprit that did me in yesterday. I did half a bottle of Jägermeister in shots.
Surprise, motherfucker!
That's what did me in. That was the culprit. I still taste it. Still taste the deer blood in my mouth.
Taste the booger flavor.
Yeah, taste the booger flavor.
And now you're like.
Now I'm like,
it's your headache.
Yeah, I know, man. I got so drunk yesterday. I started like to fiend out, so I went to the fridge to see what I could find after I drank my 12-pack, and I found some of my daughter's cans of booze, and I got into those too.
Cocktails.
Yeah, those cocktails, and I mean, she left them there because she didn't like them, and now I see why.
I see why they were still in the fridge.
I see why they were still there. I see why she went to go a party and she returned with them. I was like, maybe nobody drank them, or she forgot them in the car. No, they're garbage.
Well,
they're garbage. If you won't drink them, I don't know who the hell will.
Well, you have one with you?
I have one remaining one that I hate to admit it. I found a little while ago next to my bed. I was like, what the fuck is this? I thought it was empty and I was full. It's Crown Royal Peach Tea. That's the name of the can. It's already like mixed and ready to drink. I put it in the fridge for a little bit.
Oh, I was gonna say you're gonna drink it hot.
No, I put it in the fridge for a little bit because I knew I was gonna be on the show and I knew I had to drink something. I was not gonna touch that Jaeger, which is in the freezer. I was not touching that. Well, let's see how night goes, but I don't think I'll touch it. But I put this in. See, what really grabbed me, I was like, oh, this is decent. It's 7% alcohol. So like, whoa, that's a nice little kit. Good. So I remember yesterday, let me open it before we do that. Are you going to do a shot? I want to drink this.
Yeah, well, last week I did a flavored Old Smoky, fuck, I don't even remember what it was.
Oh, the moonshine?
It was a banana cream.
Oh, God, what's wrong with you?
Or banana pudding. Dude, it was fucking awesome. It was
really?
Banana pudding.
So the the bottle on it says banana pudding, or
yeah. No, it's called banana pudding.
Just how I remember when we would watch the old shows about moonshine. There was what's it, the apple pie one? That's the original one. I remember.
Yeah.
I didn't have banana pudding.
Yeah. Well, they're branching out. They had a pecan cream. That one's awesome. They have I think it's called Mountain Java. It's like a.
So do you drink it straight? Or?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have been drinking them straight. They're 17%.
Sweet? Jesus Christ, that's a lot.
Yeah, dude, but they do not taste like they have
that
much alcohol. So the last one that I have, it's white chocolate strawberry cream moonshine.
What the hell? That's an oxymoron. You know, moonshine's hardcore, and then we're gonna have a nice white chocolate.
Yeah, it's all soft up, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like some fucking chef made it in the little.
It smells awesome though.
Oh, I bet it does.
You ready?
Yeah. I just opened my my peach tea.
Yeah.
And for the record, I don't like peach that much, so I was already kind of worrying, but I was drunk and I needed some alcohol, so I was like, I'm not a real peach drinker, so I was like, but let's see how it goes. Now I want to retaste it, see if it brings back memories from last night.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
You know what? It's not that bad. If you like peach, just a very pronounced sweet peach flavor. Like the peach is forward and the alcohol hits at the end.
Yeah.
I don't get the tea at all. I don't get.
Yeah, the peach just overtakes everything.
Yeah, the peach just kills everything, but also kills the alcohol flavor. Because 7%, you know, it's getting up there to near the high gravity mark.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that bad. You like peach. Once again, I don't hate peach, but if there's other stuff, I'd rather
have the other shit. Yeah.
I'd rather have a lemon tea or a green tea, anything over a peach tea. I rarely get a peach tea, but you know, I don't know. When you like peach, it tastes a lot like peach, and there's very little alcohol a little alcohol flavor at the end, of course, because 7%. But it's very peach forward, like very strong. Like the peach is not hiding. The peach is doing all the heavy lifting here.
Yeah. Yeah. This white chocolate strawberry cream. God damn, dude. Have you ever had what is it, Tequila Rose?
Oh yeah, of course.
It's essentially that.
Oh.
It's good. I fucking love it.
I remember when the old Smokies started coming out, we would drink them. Remember they were.
Remember when they tried to like pickle fruits in moonshine?
Yeah, I remember we ate the pickled rotting fruit.
Strawberries was the one that we had gotten, and no bullshit, the strawberries look like fucking tongues.
Yeah, they were pickled. They were beyond pickled.
They were like pale but pink. Ugh.
Yeah, like a grayish pink.
Yeah,
zombie fruit.
Very unhealthy color looking.
I don't even remember what they tasted like. Honestly,
I'm sure they were fucking disgusting. I remember what they look like, and like I'll never forget that.
Yeah, I remember. I'm looking right now at the bottle in my head. Yeah, I remember they looked like, and there was like stuff coming off of them, like they were like decomposing.
Yeah, like furry, and like chunks were coming off and shit.
They were like, there was, of course, the alcohol was breaking them down.
Yeah.
But it still doesn't do a good look. They look horrible. But for the life of me, I don't remember what they taste like. I know we ate them. I know I ate them, but I don't remember what. My memory blocked them out.
That's a deep, dark, suppressed memory.
Yeah, that's a repressed memory.
Like
one day I'll be eating somewhere something like, under the strawberries run, they'll give me flashbacks. Oh, that's what they taste like.
PTSD, yeah, for real.
Yeah, PTSD, stuff like that. Well, people, I mean, if you're into peach, and you got money, because I think these things are expensive. It's because the can is it has a texture on it, like it has like small little peaches on it, and you could feel the peaches. So it's still it's not just like the Crown Royal letters are all raised. Like it's not just like a regular soda can where it's flat. Like you can feel all the texture.
Oh, it's stuff. Like stamped and shit.
Yeah. So they spend money on these things. So I imagine they're gonna pass those great savings on to you. So which these things are expensive.
They probably come in like a 4-pack, right?
Yeah, they come in they do. They do come in a 4-pack in a little box. But yeah, like all the letters are raised. The little crown is raised. All the peaches are raised. And it's trippy. It's trippy holding a candle that has like
embossed letters. And
like some layers, because some are just flat can and some are raised. It's weird. So I'm pretty sure this will surprise you, but You like peaches and you like Crown Royal, and you have the money to spend. I bet you this thing's probably like
$12 for
$12. Yeah, for the full pack.
the.
I went on me.
Well, it's officially probably the start of the dog days of summer for us here in South Texas.
Ugh, fuck that.
I always have my AC going here in the studio, but I used to like try to hide it. I would turn it off if I could, and fuck all of that, dude. It's way too hot.
Fuck that.
You'll pass out. You'll stop talking. I'm like, hey, what's going on, man? You're there, fucking heat stroke or heat exhaustion.
So right now it's 11:49 p.m. and it's showing 93 degrees.
Nice.
A nice cool 93. And the next Monday from now, which is in like 4 or 5 days, they're projecting it to get up to 115.
Yeah.
God damn.
And it's not even summer. It's not even officially summer yet.
Well, I mean, here in Texas, it's always summer, right? But
yeah, but for all you warlocks and witches, we all know summer starts on the summer solstice,
On
which
the solstice,
this year falls in June 21. So it's not the solstice yet. It's not the longest day of the year. It's not summer yet.
the stars are aligning.
I think the planets are aligning. So I thought I bumped into something. The planets are aligning. There tomorrow, you can see all the planets. I don't know. Some witchcraft.
Some voodoo.
Yeah, we were in the ancient times where we were freaking out.
Well, fuck, we're not in the ancient times and people still freak out.
That's true. What do we do? What do we do wrong, sky gods?
We're playing God. Man was not meant to do such things. I guess saying that real quick, we'll hear a word from one of our lovely sponsors. It's been a while, so we'll take this time to hear some sounds through our ear holes and rich and rare. Do you ever wake up in the morning feeling like you just don't have enough get up and go? Well, with the new product coming in from our glorious new sponsor, you can take that flooded, stalled ass engine you call a heart, and you can turn it into something strong, something powerful, something with some get up and go. I'm talking about nothing other than multi-meal. It's not for pussies, and it's gonna make you a man. I'm talking about the alpha man, the man that comes and takes your bitch and fucks your girl. And if your girl's a guy, he'll fuck him too. Because Monte Milk, it's got proprietary blends of Monte ingredients. Made in the Monte, by the Monte people, for the Monte people. I'm talking about Monte Milk. It'll get you up, it'll get you perked, and it'll get you stepping. There's nothing better than a hot glass of Monte Milk to get your juices flowing. And if you don't understand what that means, ever wonder what made Maverick so special in Top Gun? Well, that's because he was our very first test subject, and now he's going Monte Milk. And we're back, and a quick shout out to Monte Milk. I've never been the same man since I started my Monte Milk regimen. But yeah, fucking, it's hot out in these streets. Feeling the heat.
The sun.
Speaking of the heat, the NBA Finals concluded. Let me see. On when the fuck was this?
This week now? I know.
On Monday.
Oh.
So we're a couple days late, but that's all right.
A little bit late to the show.
Yeah, well, it turns out that the Heat couldn't stand the heat, so they got out of the kitchen.
They buckled like a chief suit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't really give a fuck about NBA. That's usually Poppy's deal, but he's not here, so I thought I would cover it anyway. Because somebody cares about basketball, and I just don't happen to be one of those people. But yeah, at least LeBron didn't win, so eat shit, LeBron. Get swept, nerd. Can only win with super teams. Get the fuck out of here.
Alright.
They consider that guy the GOAT? Keep trying, buddy. But yeah, moving on to a sport that I do care about. The NHL also finished the Stanley Cup. It ended yesterday. So that's going to date when we record, but whatever. Yeah, this doesn't go up until the weekend, so fucking eat shit.
Shit.
And yeah, it was, both of these series were a 4-1 series. And I didn't really look at the final scores of each game in the NBA, because who cares? NBA, whatever. But the Vegas Knights finally got their cup, which is pretty fucking impressive.
Yeah. Last time we talked about how long have they been there? 10 years?
No, not even like 6.
Oh yeah, it's true. It's a new franchise.
They're an expansion team, yeah. They went to the fucking Stanley Cup Finals their first year as a team, and they've been to the playoffs every season since then.
So they start out strong.
Yeah. So, since I was going against the Panthers, fuck you, Florida, for ruining the Bruins' perfect season. I mean, not the perfect season, but probably their best. They were the first team to reach 55 points, like the quickest ever in the NHL history. So they were the first team of like 60 wins, the quickest, and like they've probably had, this was probably one of their best rosters ever.
They were their year, and then it wasn't.
Yeah, like this was like the captain and the assistant captain are like old as fuck already. Everyone figured they were gonna win the cup, and Bergeron was gonna retire on top.
For the Gipper.
Yeah, but sadly they got fucking whooped by Florida somehow.
So did they retire, or
I don't know. That's still up in the air.
Yet?
Yeah, I mean, maybe one more year. Yeah, but fuck. I didn't watch the final series because, again, fuck you, Panthers. And after I saw the ending of the first 2 games, and I figured, what's the point? The first 2 games, fucking the Golden Knights stomped the Panthers, and then the Panthers won the 3rd game. And dude, the fucking score for Game 5, Panthers 3. Which 3 in a fucking cup final is awesome. That's what you want, right? But the Golden Knights stacked 9 goals that game.
Jesus, not in.
And I don't, like it was regulation. It wasn't overtime. Yeah. Fucking 9 goals. That's probably the most goals scored in a Stanley Cup final game ever.
Probably. It's weird. I think the Golden Knights had the most problems with the Dallas Stars. So it's, two other games went to overtime, and they like that was a good matchup. Like the Vegas Knights won, but at one point like in all the games, Dallas was in it. Like they were never.
Yeah, it wasn't it wasn't an easy series like this last one.
After that, they just cruised downhill. Like they just destroyed everybody.
Specifically the Panthers. So here, let me read the scores of all 5 games of the finals. Game 1, Panthers 2 the Golden Knights 5. Game 2, Panthers 2, the Golden Knights 7. Game 3, Panthers 3, Golden Knights 2. They took a break. Sounds like they rested the starters. Game 4, Golden Knights 3, Panthers 2. And I already told you the fucking fifth game, 9-3. 9-3. Holy shit.
It's crazy, man.
Good for them. But apparently, like I've been hearing ex-players that they've traded and shit, and apparently Vegas is just in it to win it, right? Like they're moneyballing hockey, essentially.
They don't have like a cap like other sports do.
They do, but I mean, fucking hockey players. Let's look that up. Let me before I start talking out of my own.
Yeah, start talking shit.
Yeah, NHL
And
salary.
furthermore,
what is the NHL? Holy shit! They're still exploring ways to boost the coming 83.5 million limit. So they're trying to get more money into the cap. $80 million per team?
yeah.
Jesus. What is a salary cap? Yeah.
And they don't have future rosters. You have to look at that too. Like, how much do they have? They have like either 18 to 20 players now on the roster. I
want to say so.
Yeah, I don't think they have like 25-man rosters. I doubt it. I know that in the minor league hockey, which we used to follow minor league hockey. I think you had 18 players. I think that was the.
So the team can carry a minimum of 20 and a maximum of 23, not including like injured reserves and.
Yeah, but still, let's say you do 20. That's you pay everybody the same. That's for what, $4 million each.
Let me look up average NHL salary. The average NHL salary is $3.5 million a year. So 3.5 times 20, that's 60 million.
Yeah, but then you have those extra 20 to play with too.
Yeah.
To get stars to really reel them in with 5 million or 6 million or whatever. You get me? But yeah, I can see that you can easily make a super team if you wanna.
Well, yeah, that's apparently what the Knights did. And what I was trying to get to, apparently, like they really fuck their players. I want to say I was reading, I don't remember who it was, but they signed a player like 3 months ago, and they're like, "Oh, we really want you to play in Las Vegas, and we're so happy that you're gonna be a Knight or whatever." And he got there, and he found out on Twitter that he was traded.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and I don't even know, they like, I guess he didn't have an agent or whatever, but yeah, they traded him and he didn't even know. He was added onto like some post or whatever, and he was like, "What the fuck? That's me."
Oh, that's crazy, man.
So I mean, they want to win, right, at any means necessary, which is what you want.
Yeah, but also you're in Vegas. You know, you can charge whatever you want for those prices. Like it's mostly going to be tourists are going to be one. Yeah, I know there's going to be a fan base, but you can overcharge and have high rollers in there. So you can. It's not like other arenas where like you just have to like just live out your fan base. These people, since it's a tourist town, you can like really milk it, and
yeah,
even cheap seats can go for $200-300 if you want to, and then and that's what they can afford. Because I'm pretty sure other teams they don't get close to the cap, because of course if your arena's half empty, you're not gonna make the money. That's not a safe bet. So you have to give coupon days, and the cheap seats are like 2 for $100 or whatever. And in Vegas, you can afford to charge way more.
Yeah, well, people that go there are there to spend money and shit. Yeah, Vegas. I'm surprised they haven't like really had any sports teams out there. That makes so much sense.
I know there was a rumor that I think the Oakland Raiders were gonna go to.
Well, yeah, they are.
They are.
They're the Vegas Raiders now.
Yeah, the Raiders now. It's true, but that rumor was sitting around for a long time.
Yeah, like 10 years or some shit like that. They've been rumoring to be wanting to leave forever.
Yeah.
And well, obviously the way California is now, I would want to get the fuck out of there too.
Dip, 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 dip.
California doesn't even have a fan base.
Well, I mean, nobody wants to go outside anymore, man. It's apparently way too fucking dangerous.
Yeah.
Whatever. But yeah, fucking. That's what happened in the championship games. So there's that. But fucking, there's some things that I've been recently getting into, so we'll talk about that. And, talking about new movies, new TV shows, new anything really, new entertainment. A movie has come out that I've been wanting to see. I just never have gotten around to watching it, and it's with probably one of America's greatest assets of all time.
Oh, I know where this is going.
I'm talking about the one, the only Nicolas Cage, Mr.
I wanna
Nicolas
take this
Cage.
Off.
I could eat a peach for hours. Suck my tongue. Yeah, so fucking the movie that I'm talking about is Renfield. And you've seen it, right?
Yes, I just recently saw it last weekend, I think.
Yeah, okay. So give me like a good synopsis without ruining anything, because I haven't seen it yet and I do want to see it.
It's hard to ruin. It's you get the gist of it.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's about Dracula and shit, right?
First of all, let me set this up. Nicolas Cage, who already is I guess not accused, but I was like they say he overacts.
Yeah.
Well, of course, you're putting him in the role of Dracula, which is hard to do subtly. Gary Oldman, did a good job. Other people,
Bram Stoker's
good jobs. Yeah, but he doesn't. He like leans in, like he
goes full Nick Cage.
goes full Nick Cage with an
Nice.
accent. Imagine it's like when you and your friends, try to do an accent of Dracula, you go over the top.
Was he going like this?
Basically, he could have just, I don't know why anybody doesn't do this. Is think about it like he's been alive for thousands of years or whatever, hundreds of years. You think his accent would have, left it by now, depending on where he
Changed.
lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Or
why
like-
does he always sound like he's from, Transylvania
or whatever the fuck, yeah.
or the Balkans, all those countries. After a while, like people, this happens in real life. Like you go to England, after a while, you start speaking like an English accent. You go to the south, start speaking a southern accent because that's what you hear. So you start mimicking without even notice.
Yeah.
He's been everywhere. He could have his own way of talking because it would be cool if someone did a Dracula character that would speak some
Everything.
sentences in Spanish,
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
bit of Middle Eastern accent, like because he's just worldly. He's been all over the world.
Yeah.
But no, he really leans into the over the top Dracula
I
character.
want to
So,
suck your blood. Oh,
yeah,
fuck.
basically. So it's Nicolas Cage doing a parody of Dracula. So that's what it is.
Okay, so
Basically,
but is it like a Transylvanian accent, or is he doing like the Count from fucking Sesame Street?
it's not as bad as the Count, but it's still it's him leaning in like
Yeah.
it doesn't sound realistic.
He's going for it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the synopsis is pretty easy. It's literally just a total knockoff of Bram Stoker's Dracula. Like basically, that's like the name of the movie. The title is Renfield, which of course is the assistant that Dracula had. But of course, in Bram Stoker's Dracula, Renfield didn't last around that long. He went crazy, and then that's when they had to send Jonathan Harkins. That's Bram Stoker's Dracula. In this version, Renfield stays as his only what you call it?
Servant or whatever.
No, familiar. That's his familiar.
Oh, okay.
He's been his familiar for years. Like he also lives a long life, so he's been with him since the beginning, and now he's like it takes place in our times, in modern times, and yeah, he's kind of sick of it. He's conflicted about like he's serving somebody that's just literally he has to take people to eat. You get me? So he's slaughtering people.
A literal monster.
a little monster. The only thing I'll tell you, they really leaned into like I didn't see this coming. It's over the top gore.
Yeah, that's what made me want to watch it.
It's over the top. Like he's Dracula, he punches you in the head, your head explodes, and it's like Mortal Kombat exploding. Like your head does not have 10 gallons of blood in it, but in this version you have. You punch you in the head, walls are covered in blood. I mean, so it's over. It's a popcorn movie. Come on, it's your Nicolas Cage.
It's got Nicolas Cage as Dracula. Yeah, you don't have to say anymore.
Nicolas Cage as Dracula. That's all I have to tell you. Like, what else do you need? Like,
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage as Dracula, over the top gore. It's hilarious. Like, I actually like. I was enjoying it. Like, I actually enjoyed the movie. It takes place in our times. I don't want to give too much spoilers, but that's how it starts. That's the whole premise of that his familiar is conflicted about. He's been doing this for so long, and like now he's conflicted if it's a good thing that he should be doing this or not.
Well, I guess without any more sayings, would you recommend it?
Like I said, you go into it knowing it's not a serious movie. It's like I said, it's over the top gore, over the top acting. You know, they're hamming it up for the camera. It's entertaining. There's a lot of violence in there. They get involved with some drug dealers, so you know there's violence everywhere. You know, there's a lot of guns. This has the most guns of any Dracula movie that I've seen. There's a lot of guns in it. Because once again, they get into like fights with drug dealers with like a drug cartel. So you know it's over the top violence. You get me? It's just like it's unexpected because of course you never think that that Redfield or Dracula would be fighting against drug cartels, but that's how this goes all over the place. So I would recommend it if you know that's what you're gonna get into. It's not a serious movie. It's not a tearjerker. It's not a thought provoker. Like it's Dracula. Like some things don't make sense. You have to go with it. Like he's Dracula.
Yeah.
That's it. He's Dracula. And what I don't want to go to spoilers, but like normally like for Renfield, like Renfield doesn't have any kind of powers or anything like that. In this movie, he does. I won't spoil how he gets them, but in this movie, he's not just human because of course he's been living all this time too. So he has a long life. He still looks young. So, but he also has other stuff that he can do. Like he can move pretty fast and stuff like that. So that they like they don't tell you how it works, so they just like gloss over that. That's how it is. Like Nicolas Cage kind of gave him those powers, just that.
And that's it.
Yeah, he's kind of like a vampire without having to drink blood, which is pretty good. Like that's a good gig. I would take that. Like he's like Blade basically, but Blade still has to drink blood. Still has the thirst. He doesn't. He doesn't have. It's a weird way of how he has to do to get the powers, which is kind of disgusting. But I don't have powers. You're like a superhero now.
He's evolved.
You don't have any other side effects. You don't have to kill people.
Does he have? Can he go outside during the day, Renfield?
Yeah. And remember, that's the whole point of familiar. Like he's useless.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But he doesn't have any of the. He's like Blade without the thirst. He doesn't have any of the weaknesses and all the powers.
Yeah.
But he just doesn't have. I don't want to get too small. He doesn't have the powers 24/7. He has to like do something.
Like an adrenaline rush or whatever.
Yeah. Like crank. He has to get cranked up or do something which will explain. Like it's a funny thing he has to do. He can do it anytime. Once he does it, he has powers. They don't really say how long he has those powers, but like when he does it, like the next day he has to do it again. He has to like basically every time he has to go get like someone for Dracula, he has to use the powers because I mean he's not a big strong guy. You're not gonna get a bodybuilder. Come here, bodybuilder, so you can get murdered. So he needs to be strong. You get me? To be able to kidnap people. So yeah, he has strength, he has speed, he has kind of like he's not unkillable. Like you can kill him. He's not like Dracula. You can actually kill him, but like he can heal, like kind of. So he has like superpowers. So that's a different angle that they went with.
He's a different breed.
Yeah, and it's also funny because like he also has powers. So
yeah, well, going off of that, I recently, and by recently I mean like hours ago, I saw a superhero movie, and I don't know if you've heard of it or seen it. It's called Samaritan.
Oh, I wanted to watch it. I just haven't. I keep forgetting about it. It's with Social Salon, right?
Yeah, I'm a superhero.
I was gonna watch it, so I know what it's about, but I still haven't seen it.
Okay, so here, look, I watched it, so you don't have to.
Alright.
But it's one of those movies that's so bad that it's kind of good again.
Oh, okay. Like that in the plot, or that in the acting, or
I mean,
both?
it's Sly. Let's be honest.
Yeah. And not at his prime, of course.
Yeah, yeah, old man Sly.
Oh, I hate to go off on a tangent, but did you hear that? I think they're making Expendables 4.
Why?
I don't know, because they need more old people too.
All the old men need money.
All the old action stars need money, so a lot of keep making money. They're gonna keep making them.
I wish they would make a new Crank.
I don't think Statham will go back to now that he's in the.
Now that he's like an actual actor.
No, now he's getting the Fast and Furious money.
Oh. And now that he's making dumb money, yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to make a new movie, Crank. No, why is he Australian? Holy shit.
I don't remember. Didn't he die? I mean, I know he died in Crank 1, which that doesn't. Didn't he die in Crank 2 as well?
So in Crank 1, he doesn't die. He gets poisoned.
No, but remember, he fell from the helicopter. That would have melted him. Come on.
I mean, honestly, people have survived falling out of helicopters.
From that height?
Yeah. I mean, they don't land on the street or on top of a car. They usually land on like some really soft grass or
some bushes or what?
Yeah, something, right?
Like in the other guys, aim for the bushes.
Yeah. Or like in King of the Hill, Peggy goes skydiving and her parachute doesn't open and she hits the ground and she survives. But I mean, again, it's a cartoon, first off, but secondly, she lands in like an open field in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, fucking he falls out of a helicopter. He's poisoned. He gets an antidote, I believe, but he falls from the helicopter and his body is presumably completely fucking mangled.
Of course.
And his heart beats at the end, and he blinks his eyes, and that's it, right? Like it could be death's last murmur or whatever the fuck, right? They left it open. The second one, it turns out that he got poisoned by a cartel leader guy that was trying to make up the ranks, right? He was trying to move up. And they're working with the Chinese mafia or whatever the fuck, and he gets the poison from the Chinese. And apparently, like, this poison is like the most powerful poison that anyone's ever made or whatever. And no one can survive it, right? Unless you get the antidote. And the only way to keep the poison from spreading is adrenaline forces your receptors from accepting it. I don't know how they've tried to science it. It doesn't make any sense. It's one of those stupid fucking popcorn movies, right? Like you said.
It was not. It was not like.
It's not winning any fucking Academy Awards for best writing. You know.
It's not like the Human Centipede, which is.
cinema masterpiece.
No, but the Human Centipede is scientifically accurate according to its
yeah, according to them, yeah. Well, yeah, whatever. Fucking the second one, it like starts off with him
at the hospital,
waking up in a hospital. Yeah, it doesn't say like how long later, so whatever they want to say, 2 years, whatever. Fucking, he's been in a coma or whatever. He wakes up and he finds out that his heart has been stolen. And they give him like an artificial heart that has a internal battery that charges with static, or I don't know how that shit works. Whatever.
Explain the whole.
Yeah, so like in the second one, he has to keep the battery pack charged to stay alive. The first one, he had to keep his heart pumping, adrenaline going, so that the poison didn't kill him. And fucking, it's just a crazy action movie, and the action is really well done, and the camera work is what really makes it seem super erratic and like very fucked up. So fucking the cinematography, the camera work, and just the action. And Jason Statham is a badass. I fucking love that guy. I'll watch any shit movie he does, and I've seen Revolver.
What happened at the end? I don't remember what happened at the end.
On the second one?
Yeah.
At the end of the second one, he finds, or he gets his heart, or fucking no. At the very end, he finds out where his heart is. He's gonna go get it or whatever. There's a big shootout and fucking, like with the last bits of energy he has, he climbs power lines and he touches the transformers and he fucking super juices himself. And it essentially fries his entire body. And he's caught on fire and he starts hallucinating and he eventually passes out. And he wakes up in the hospital again. This time, like, his eyes are exposed and like he's covered in like that stupid mummy type bandaging all over his entire body.
Yeah.
And he just blinks his eyes, and that's the end of the movie.
So he's alive.
He could be technically, right?
Yeah. According, we don't know the extent of his damage to his body.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, in real life, he would have been dead with the poison, but whatever.
Oh yeah.
It's a movie. I get it.
And also, if you're electrocuted yourself to where you catch on fire, I don't think this.
Yeah.
I think your organs would already been fried.
Yeah,
by the time you're burning on the outside, the inside is toast, man.
Your nerve endings are completely shot. Yeah, everything.
It'd be like one. He doesn't feel any pain.
Maybe he's a superhero. But yeah, going back to fucking Samaritan, I kept watching it because first off, I had really nothing better to watch. But fucking, I expected something cool to happen. But the movie was pretty decent until one part happened. And once that part happened, I was like, man, this movie sucks. So check it out. Like, he's going after the baddies or whatever, right? And he's clearing out a warehouse. And he's going room by room, beating up a couple guys.
Well, you have to explain that he's a superhero. He actually has.
Okay, so yeah, he had a twin brother, and they were both superhuman, or they had superhuman abilities, super strength. They could heal, invulnerable, no flying, none of that shit, right? So they like the town got scared of them or whatever, and they like try to kill them as children, and they like boarded up their house and set it on fire while everyone was asleep. And since they were superhuman, they survived, but their parents died. So fucking one of them goes evil, one of them goes good guy, and whatever. Fucking apparently they have like a fight to the death, and fucking only one survives, and that's how the story kind of leads in. And again, like, there's a part, I don't want to say too much about it, but there's a part where he's cleaning out a warehouse of baddies, and he fucking, some guy's like, oh, I'm gonna fucking kill you for sure with this grenade, and he's like toying with it in front of him, and he's like, oh, you with your toys. He grabs it and he like sticks it in his gut, and he arms it, and he walks away, and he closes the door behind him. The door's all fucked up. There was no point of closing the door, but it was like kind of funny. So he closes the door and he's walking away, and he's like, why don't you have a blast? And I was like, fuck you, Sly. Fuck you up your stupid ass for that.
80s taglines.
Yeah. It reminded me of Arnold. It is time to chill. It was like that level bad.
That cringe.
Yeah, like I was like, somebody thought this was a good idea. Somebody wrote that. It was probably Sly.
Probably he did. He said on his own, and then
I think you should keep that. It was pretty good.
Yeah. Did everybody like the editor and the like the director to leave it in?
The sound guy's like, yeah, sure, okay, whatever you say, Sly. yeah. It's good because it's bad, and like if you don't have some time to waste, I wouldn't recommend it. But if you got nothing better to do and nothing better to watch, and you got some time to kill, watch it. It's not a bad movie, but there's some shit in it that's like, come on, dude.
Like that, like
yeah, yeah. Well, there's a lot of overacting.
Oh yeah, of course.
Especially from Sly, but yeah, like the bad guy is like uber bad guy, like he's so over the top, it's ridiculous. And honestly, he's the reason why I liked it. The bad guy was just like a big douche. But yeah, fucking the Samaritan, whatever it's called. But yeah, that's on Amazon.
Yeah, it's Amazon Prime.
But I saw this reality TV show. I hadn't seen one that was interesting enough to me to want to watch. And I thought it was pretty good. I had heard about it from a couple podcasts that I listened to. And the show's called Jury Duty.
Oh, what is it about?
It's like a hidden camera. Like one guy's the straight man and everybody else is an actor. And the straight man doesn't know he's surrounded by actors.
Okay.
So like the premise is he goes to jury duty. He's never gone before, so he doesn't know what to expect. And somehow when he goes, there's like a documentary crew that finally got access to what it's like to be a juror on a case, and like they just fuck with him for the entire case or whatever. It's 8 episodes and they're like an hour long. And like this dude is just so wholesome and shit. Like I don't know where they find these people, but like it's good to know that people like that still exist. Whether or not like yeah, whether or not he's not an actor, that's not for me to decide. But they claim like that he was real and everything else was fake. Like, do you remember the Joe Schmo show?
Where like, I remember the name. I don't remember it, but I think so. It's kind of like almost kind of like Impractical Jokers, kind of, no, more or less.
If you took the concept of the Truman Show and made a reality TV show of it, that's what that kind of show was. Okay. But James Marsden is in it because it takes place in California. James Marsden is the asshole that plays Cyclops in X-Men.
The old X-Men, because who knows?
Yeah. The original class or whatever the fuck. But yeah, he plays the original Cyclops in the 2000s X-Men or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. And he plays like a real good Hollywood douche. And like everyone, or like the dude is like, oh man, I fucking love your movies. Like this movie was one of my favorites growing up. And fucking like he even takes a DVD like for him to sign. He's like, look, I wasn't kidding. This is my favorite fucking movie. And James Marsden just plays a real good douchebag. Like Hollywood scumbag. I fucking love it. But yeah, that I saw that, and I also recently started watching The Sopranos.
Oh yeah. Oh, I started doing that too. I just did that one night. I think I watched like the first 3 episodes.
Yeah, I watched 2.5. And the first episode, it totally pulled me in. Like a lot of the shit that they talk about and like that's going on in the world that happened 20 years ago, like it still holds up. A lot of the shit that they're talking about and the commentary that they make on the show, it's shit that we're still talking about in 2023. It's just weird seeing like everyone walking around without cell phones, and there's no electronics on every fucking corner, and everyone's talking to each other and shit. Like that made me nostalgic for like the good old days.
Yeah, you wanted to talk to people, you have to go hang out, and that's why they're always hanging out at the strip bar.
Yeah, I think they own the strip bar. I haven't seen enough to know too much, but the thing that tripped me out is like I knew it was a show about mobsters, but I never knew that it was from the perspective of him going to a shrink. I never knew that he was telling the story because he's talking to a therapist.
Yeah, and that's what makes it a good TV, because you see a lot of monster movies, a lot of monster shows, but this one, like, you never see them like.
It's very grounded.
They're regular people.
Exactly.
Like either in your perspective, you think of them as evil villains, you think of them as superheroes, whatever, or in between. They're just regular people who just, for some reason got into that business, and they have all the same shit we have. Yeah.
Waste management.
Yeah, waste management. Yeah.
But yeah, fucking, I'm 2.5, 3 episodes in, and I'm loving it already. So I'm down for it. But yeah, fucking. I think we're pretty good on time. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the episode here. But yeah, if you guys want to watch a shitty superhero movie that's so bad that it's good, Samaritan, Renfield is a good one.
Over the top. Well,
Yeah,
it's actually pretty good. I liked it. I was at first I wanted to see it and then it didn't, and I was back and forth. But it came out for free, I think on Paramount Plus. So I was like, fuck it, let's see how bad it is. But no, I enjoyed it. It's pretty like because of course they have different angles. Like I said, Renfield has powers. There's the angles with the drug dealer. Like it's different. It's a different show. So they are different movies. So I like it. I like how they did the Dracula. Actually doing it over the top, but also like the way they added to the legend of Dracula.
yeah.
So
But yeah, again, I highly recommend Jury Duty. That one was pretty good. And fucking, hopefully everybody's in a good place right now because times are hard and shit's gonna keep getting harder. But we can make it through, and hopefully everyone can make somebody smile tomorrow. When you hear this, hopefully spread some joy for fucking once. We kind of need it. As always, I'm your boy Desecrator. Thank you, Malbolgia, for joining.
of course, say no more.
Much love, and rich and rare.
This is Hanging Heavy.